Imagine if we all sang one song, what tomorrow would be. Well, we know that the seeds that we plant have to produce like kind. And if we just would remember that and plant that seed of love in our life, in our world, that's what tomorrow's going to reflect. If we plant any seed, we expect the fruit of that seed, don't we? And so we're here to plant those seeds of love within our hearts so that they can grow and manifest through our bodies, through our church family, through our planetary family. And that's how transformation takes place on planet Earth. We don't have to worry or even wonder what tomorrow's going to look like or tomorrow's going to be. We're going to know. It's the law. So, I want to share a poem from Spirit this morning. And it's called, It's Time. A time of new beginnings, or are they really new? Perhaps we've all been here before. This time we're seeking something more. To lift a little higher, for truth to feed the soul. Letting go past patterns, surrendering what we know. Now to fill the vacuum, an open heart the key, allows our gentle spirit this time and place to be. As we let go the past patterns and habits, we do create a space in our consciousness for our gentle spirit to reside, and then to live, and then to express. And it's time. It's time. We've had a long walk thus far, and a new level of living awaits us all. However, no one can do it for us. We have to do it ourselves. This month we've been looking at habits, patterns, stumbling blocks in our walk along this journey of life. And I think if we look at all of them, we looked at pain and will and anger and resentment. And these are all energies of our emotions. And when we looked at them, for the most part, we could see that they created separations. They created separation from our brothers and sisters, and they created a separation from God. And so as we looked at them, we could say that perhaps we would like to transform anger into peace, pain and sorrow into joy, and resentment into brotherhood. And these energies are energies that are going to lift us all and going to connect us all. And we are one. And it's time. We're in the process of transformation. We look at our world and we see our world transforming before our eyes. But individually, we're in the process of transforming. We're in the process of refining self. And so as we begin to look at, maybe these past patterns and beliefs and understandings and behavior that really don't serve us now in this new time, and own them so that we can do something about it. And that's what the key is. Until we can own these responses, we really can't do anything about them. And so the last 3 Sundays we've looked at them, looked at ourselves, and then started out a new week transforming and putting a new thought in our consciousness. And I guess I'll just begin this week without succumbing to anger. And then we go out, and that's another week comes in, I guess I'll let go of all pain and sorrow. And then another week we could just let go of the resentment we hold about people or places, things, whatever. and ask God to move us into that consciousness of brotherhood, that consciousness of oneness. So as we begin to refine ourselves, well, it can look a lot of different ways. But to begin to look at self, as we begin to refine self, we can know self. And then as we know self, we can shift. And self-awareness will eventually lead us to God-awareness. So to begin to look at who we really are, to let go of the past identities of who we really are, to let go of our ancestors, our heritage, even let go of our gender, to understand that we're a spiritual being, and to look at the aspects or components that make up this manifestation. Here we look at ourself as being spirit. We have a higher self and a lower self. And our higher self is that aspect that's truly connected with spirit and has clarity in its vision and expression. And our lower self is our higher self, distorted by the murky ethers of the physical world. Distorted by the murky ethers of the physical world. And those murky ethers could be those false identities. And could be our little me. And our judgments and criticisms. And our will. Because when spirit tries to flow through us, and we hold up this slide that says, it's all about me, that's what's reflected out into the world. That's the seeds that we're casting out into the world. And then we get to see that, to begin to understand that as we sow, so shall we reap. So if we can begin to say, I am higher self, I am lower self, that's what metaphysics is all about. The other half life. We're spiritual and we're physical, and both are good. But what we're here to do is more or less spiritualize matter. And what that is allowing spirit to flow through our manifestations, allowing spirit to infuse our bodies and our life force, allowing spirit to infuse our world. So that as we go forth as that unique expression of love, that unique expression of light that we started with in our meditation, and allow that to fill us and then begin to radiate through us, we begin the transformation process. We begin refining the expression I am. So as we begin to become aware of spirit, one way to look at that in balance, we say we're an energy being and we have these chakras. And so our crown chakra is our connection with God, and we would say we seek our purpose. And our root chakra is our physicality, it's our presence on the planet. And so if we can balance these two energies to be that spirit through matter, that will support our walk in greater harmony. So that higher self that we talk about, or we usually try to connect, we usually go into meditation, don't we? We go within and we ask to feel God's presence. We call forth that light within our heart, and we ask for guidance and clarity, understanding. We ask for healing, and we connect with that inner understanding of who we really are. And then that outer self is how we are walking through the world. This is our manifestation. And a lot of times in those stumbling blocks that we've looked at in the past weeks, our outer was in contrast to our inner. And instead of experiencing harmony in our life, we experience disharmony. So to begin to understand where we're coming from, just being aware of that, now we can refine our actions. The simple teachings of Jesus the Christ, behavior modification, to begin to modify the way that we're living, the way that we're expressing, the way that we're relating to one another. So, modern life, in our busyness and technology, can cast a spell on our senses so that we do forget the spiritual essence of all life. And so, what we have to do is to create an action plan. Balance takes action. And so, if we are being distracted or turned away from Spirit, then our action step would be to turn back to Spirit. And then we go, well, how can we do that? You know, this property, planet Earth, is a beautiful planet. And just getting out and walking in nature and connecting with the trees and the animals, we begin to connect with that innate sense of Spirit that flows through all life. And just by doing that, we begin to sensitize ourselves to the energy of Spirit. I got up this morning and I was sitting in the kitchen to prepare, and it was like 6:30 or something. It was just starting to get light. And we kind of live in a wooded area and a lot of green space. And I needed fresh air, so I just walked out on the back deck and I just stood out there, and I got a bird feeder. And I just looked back through the woods, and then walking down this hill, here's a deer. I was just walking, stuck down, and looking around, he'll stop. I'll look around, and it just kept walking down. But if you ever see one deer, you're going to see more. So I looked back up, about 20 yards behind it. Here comes a bigger one. Walking down, same thing. So I'm just standing there, it's frozen. You move, and then they freak out. But just that, I just said, thank you, God. Thank you, God, for reconnecting me to the truth and the real importance of life. Because we so get carried away by this modern world we live in. And so a simple way that we can sensitize ourselves to Spirit is to go out in nature and to walk and to listen to the sounds that nature has, the birds singing. Has anyone noticed the thousands and thousands of starlings that are swooping around our planet now? It's so cool. It's almost like the birds. They come flying in and so when you walk out on the back deck there, watch out, because they're sitting up in the trees and dropping bombs. But it's awesome to hear the sound of them flying. Their wings, there's so many, there's thousands of them. They're just making all this noise, and it's just a gift of nature. They lift our vision up a little bit. Another way that we can really begin to connect with Spirit, and it's very important, is meditation. To begin to take the steps, to commit to meditate, to do what we say we're going to do. I teach meditation, and the first thing I tell my first class is meditation will show you who you are. Meditation will show you who you are. The world's defined you. Your family's defined you. Life has defined you. It's not who you are. You go within. You go within to that spiritual essence I am. And that will reveal to you who you are. That's your gentle spirit. And so we go in and commune. And meditation's often called the middle path. And I think the middle path's a great path to be on. You see, if we're on the middle path, we can take our higher self and our spiritual identity and reality and blend it with our physicality. And now we can walk through life in balance. Balance along that middle path. To go into meditation. One thing that Cindy and I really like and think it's really good to sensitize us to Spirit is church. If you look around, this isn't all your spiritual family, but this is your spiritual family. This is your spiritual family. And this is where you can come and be fed. You don't have to say a word. The energy is going to envelop you and hug you with love. When people drive up the driveway, the first time they ever come here, they say, I felt something when I drove this driveway. You know, they'd be the UPS man, it doesn't matter. Because this property is intention to love. And so you come, and then everyone that comes here, we're all unique and different in our walk as souls, but we all are on that same page of love. We know how important love is in our life. And that if we, allow that love to flow through us, that's what's going to balance all the crazy situations in our life. That's what's going to balance out our anger, because love's going to transmute it. It's going to balance out our self-will and lift up into divine will. It's going to move us out of sorrow. It's going to connect us all. So just the presence, coming to church and just being part of this energy. You're naturally giving. You're a radiant being of love and light, and you're giving. We love your presence here. It makes our soul sing. And it's so cool when before church and everybody's just talking away. Or even after songs and we say, hey, you in the back, time for the next song. And people in the back go, no, we're having fun. Church is supposed to be a party. Church is supposed to be a party. It's a coming together. And celebrate life. And celebrate the uniqueness of one another. Balanced. Because we lose that perspective out in the world, in the working world. Because there's maybe a higher priority. So if we come to church and just be fed and give love and receive love, you see, we get stronger. And that's our gift. We take that out in our walk. We take it out to the workplace. We don't have to say anything to anybody. It just radiates out and it feeds them. It blesses them. That's our natural state. We are the sons and daughters of God. We are creators. We are the love of God made manifest to the extent that we believe it. And then allow it to flow. And watch your world turn into a greater experience of harmony and peace and joy. Allowing you to create that which you would seek to create, that which you'd like to create. And then this love is going to allow us to truly see brotherhood. And you can look at our world, and this is kind of like the mirror reflecting race consciousness and also our individual consciousness. But just the lifting of consciousness and to begin to understand there is a greater sense of oneness going on. There is a greater sense of acceptance. And a lot of demeaning or derogatory behavior patterns that were a big part of race consciousness aren't accepted. They're not accepted anymore. And it's cool to see that. It's really neat that we can participate on that level, to not entrain to that lower vibrational thought process. I don't think so. You see? I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I'm Polish and German, so you could really imagine how much I loved Polish jokes. See, we all have stepped out of things that no longer serve us and they no longer serve the race. And that's the new time that we're in now. To begin to claim and own our spirituality, our divinity, and then spiritualize this body. And you know what? We're not supposed to go to a mountaintop and meditate in a cave the rest of our life. No, we're here to integrate. That's what brotherhood is. That's what oneness is. And that's what's so cool about this church. We've got so many different kinds of people. It is so neat. Doctors, lawyers, computers, mommies, daddies, whatever. We have a slice of life here, and it's neat. And then it's so powerful to take that energy, your uniqueness, infused with love, out into the world. That's how it happens. That's how it works. We are one. We are one. And so if we take that one song, I am love, and plant it wherever we're at, it's going to grow. It's a law. It's a powerful law. And it's almost like we've been taught to be afraid of laws, because God used to be a punishing God. So we'd be afraid of law. They make these laws. But now that we know that God's a loving God, our Father God, giving God, caring God, supporting God, you see, we can breathe a little easier. We can take some chances in life. How about even taking a chance on God? Or perhaps even taking a chance on ourselves. God's within. To allow that energy of spirit to flow through us, to spiritualize our body, to spiritualize our life, to spiritualize our planet. That's what's happening. Our planet is raising her vibration. It's measurable. It used to be 7.8 hertz for 8,000 years. And it's over 9.5 now. Just the vibration, that's Mother Earth pulse. Raising. She's changing. We're changing. We're on this journey together. And so as we love and acknowledge Mother Earth and support Mother Earth, we're really loving, acknowledging, and supporting ourselves. And we are one. And it's all about balance. It's all about balance. That's like when they cut down trees now, you plant some more. You just don't clear cut anymore. We're starting to look at the ecology of our planet, life, of which we are a part. I thought this was really interesting. Confucius. Confucius said, I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. I do and I understand. It's an action step. It's an action step. Understanding is what frees the imprisoned soul. I do and I understand. So we can hear about walking in nature, meditating, coming to church, being a brother, and we'll forget about it. And we can see it and go, that's cool. But once we begin to participate and do life, then we understand what life's all about. Now we're in balance. Let's go within. As you sit in your chair, I want you to just close your eyes and get comfortable. And once again, we're just going to breathe. We're going to breathe with intention. So just nice, long, gentle breath in. Feeling your body receiving, breathing in God's love. And then as you exhale, we're going to let go all that's less than loving. Breathing in God's love, and as that God's love moves through you, it begins to move out past patterns, thoughts, and beliefs that are less than loving, that no longer serve you. That's the love of God made manifest. And just breathe and just feel that love moving through you. And we do cleanse the temple and do release all that's less than loving. Thoughts, beliefs, patterns, identities. And just breathe and just feel these waves of love just sweeping through you. Cleansing the temple. And then as you breathe in God's love, I breathe God's love. God's love's flowing through me now. Feel that love. And also feel the support of God flowing through you too. Just feel the love and support of the universe flowing to you and through you. And then as you exhale, ask that what no longer supports you be released now, be transmuted. And once again, we're going to let go of those thoughts, beliefs, patterns, the past. I ask that which no longer supports me as a walk, in my walk, as an awake child of God, be lifted from my consciousness, be cleansed from my consciousness. And just breathe and feel those old, dead, tired foundation stones being lifted out and transmuted to light. And just breathe in God's love and just feel the freshness of God's love, that purity, that life force energy. And as you breathe in God's love, feel that pure potential of God filling your body now. The pure potential of God filling you, the infinite possibility. And as you let go, I want you to let go of all limitation. I as that which limits me, and as my expression, as a clear, awake child of God, be lifted. And just breathe and just let go. Let go of those limiting thoughts and memories and patterns. Let go of the past. Allowing that love to just wave after wave of love sweeping through your body consciousness. And just breathe. And now we're just going to go to our heart center once again. And just feel your heart center, see your heart center, that radiant sphere of light, beautiful golden light. And with each breath it just grows and expands bigger and brighter and radiant until it begins to flood through your whole body. And just feel your body filled with this golden light. Feel your vibration. And just feel it moving out beyond your body throughout your aura. And as the light expands, your consciousness expands. And just allow that golden light to just keep expanding out. And we're going to allow that golden light to just move through our emotional body, allowing for transformation and balance and harmony to be established in our emotional body. Breathing, expanding, allowing that golden light to move right out into our mental body, allowing for clarity and understanding to be ours. Just allowing that beautiful golden light to just move out, to sweep through our soul. And as this golden light expands, your consciousness expands and you begin to see yourself bigger, more than you ever could imagine. So just breathe and let yourself go. Let yourself expand out into God's beautiful universe, of which you are a part, a precious part. So just breathe and feel how free you are, how unlimited you are, how loved you are. Just breathe and feel. And breathe and know. I am. And know that you can come here anytime that you choose. You're the chooser. But it's time to come back now. So gently and easily, feel your energy coming back. Gently and easily, we're going to return back to our bodies. And just feel that golden light just entering and just quickening into your heart. This is who you are. This is who I am. So just breathe and feel your heart center. Feel that vibration, that presence. I am. Be still and know. I am with you always. So feel your feet on the floor. Glad to be alive on planet Earth at this moment in time. And just gently wiggle your toes and fingers. And then just gently open your eyes. And you can go there into that space of pure potential and unconditional love anytime you choose. You've been there, and you can return. And when we go there and feel that energy, that unconditional energy of love and light and our pure potential, and bring it back to this planet, we're instrumental in bringing heaven to earth. The spiritualization of this world. It's time. Yeah, God.